Hey everyone, welcome to this segment of the show called the Intern Insights. This is based on my experience working at a literary agency and a publishing house as an intern. And today I want to talk to you, since the theme is book covers, about author kits. This was something that I came across in my internship work, and it was something that I didn't really know about until this. I didn't realize that authors did this or had to do this. An author kit is just basically, it's a marketing kit, and it really utilizes the book cover to sort of go out there and promote the book. And so with an author kit, you've got several things. You've got sort of the actual cover, just maybe like the front screenshot of the cover. That you can post all over your social media and stuff like that. And that's a great thing to have, because then what you can do with that, and one thing that I have started learning to do, and I've been asking Sandy to help me with this, you can do teasers from your cover. So little sections, you can take from the cover, and they almost act like a teaser, like you would a line or two from the book. So that you can promote it on social media and really get your readers' attention and say, hey, this is a little bit of something that I've got coming for you, and this is what it looks like. So it really draws them in, and they want to know more. They want the rest of the cover. They want to see what the whole picture is, so that when you throw those pre-orders up and stuff like that, they can grab hold of that book. So that's something that would be in like an author kit. And this was, in my work, we were given some covers and we were told, go into, the graph, show me this cover in several different ways. So you also, in an author kit, you want like that tagline on the front of the book. So, take Hellfire series. I think on Highway to Hell, there's something like she rides for her soul or something like that. It's very simple. It's one line, one sentence, which sort of hooks the reader. So you can play around with that on the cover of a book, and in your teasers and stuff like that. So that is a part of your author kit, is you need to come up with that tagline. A lot of authors have their sort of own tagline for their brand. So mine is Feel Your Fire, Let It Feed Your Soul. And I have that on my website, on my social media and stuff like that. It's not specifically on my books per se, but it is associated with, I write a lot about fire and inner conflict and souls and stuff like that. So that is another part of your author kit. And notice that these things are really, they're not necessarily a physical copy of something, but you want to have this material available to you so that when you're promoting your book, you've got a lot of different options to use. Another thing that I've seen in an author kit, and one thing that I have started to partake in because it gets a lot of interaction, is the book trailers. So, I had Sandy make my book trailers, and they're absolutely phenomenal. I love them. They're like 30 seconds, and they're just, flashes of image, some music, little interactive stuff. And then at the end of the book trailer is that picture of your book cover. And, like a buy link or something like that. And you want to include that when you do your social media posts so that people can go pre-order that book. But, another thing that I have learned since working with Sandy is the book banners, and that if you're a series writer and you want that banner to have, sort of your books lined up, and maybe you can see it here where, with the Why Me and the Singularity and Grimoire anthologies in the background, and they're all kind of lined up together. Well, a book banner is going to be that social media picture that has the covers of all of the books. So it's really important to have those, because it shows everybody that you have multiple books out, and then they can go look for you on, a website, or if you want them to steer them to your other social media to follow or something like that. It's really important to have that graphic image or banner post. That's a part of your author kit. Another aspect of the author kit is you want to have your bio. So the writing accomplishments that you've done, awards, books that you've written in the bio. You need to have that little blurb in a document or something like that, so that when you're asked for it, you can provide it. And that is not only is that for social media, but if you do interviews, like I have a couple of interviews coming up this week, I have all of that in my author kit. And when they ask me for my bio, my schooling and my work history and things like that, anything that pertains to writing should be summarized in that bio. So that's important to have in your author kit as well. You want, for promotion purposes, something that is really popular lately for your author kit is to have that graphic image with a hard copy of the book with the cover, and then the little cell phone book cover, and then maybe an e-reader with the book cover, and like the three are sort of staggered and stacked together so that you can see that the book is available in multiple formats, because people are starting to expand on how they read a book. I have not yet seen any of those graphic images which portray maybe an audio book, because it's a little, I think I've seen one or two where there's a little image of headphones going into, a device or something like that. But that's something that you want to keep in mind for your author kit. And again, this all has to do with marketing, and it's sort of all centered around your book cover and your book blurb and your bio, and your previously published books and stuff like that. So this is, in terms of intern insights, this is something that you want to be aware of. This could be something that you hire somebody to help you put together. Me, I am not a graphic designer. I'm not an artist. I draw stick figures, and usually you don't know that they're stick figures. So I need help with this in terms of the graphics. The written parts, I can come up with that on my own. The tagline on the book cover. You also want to consider maybe reviews. If you have a really positive review of your book, whether it's you had an ARC reader, or this book has been previously published and you've got a great review, maybe including that with your kit as well, so that you can use that. I know that I had a great review that I put on the cover of Highway to Hell in the graphic images. So that's really important thing to include in your author kit. So I think that's really sort of the basics of an author kit, and then you can utilize that any way you need to market your book. Sandy, do you have anything to add that you would say you would add to that kit, or
Not really, actually. I think this is a really complete list of what you need to sort of get the branding and the promotion thing going. Yeah. And to be honest, I hadn't heard of the author kit either. Yeah. So for me, everything you just gave us, and I knew it was there, and I knew you kind of need it. But I didn't know that's what it's called. So thanks for sharing this.
You're welcome. Until I did the intern work, I had no idea that anybody would have something like this. And yeah. I think with traditional publishing, they try to provide you with a little bit of that, but really is the author's responsibility to have those tools necessary to promote the book, because it's their social media and it's their following, and you really need to have all of that, not just bits and pieces. And I mean, as we saw this morning getting ready to record our episode, I have those things. They're not all right there where they should be. I'm not the most organized person today, so it's important keep that little folder with all of that material in it, so that you can pick and choose what you need to, and what's appropriate. Like sometimes Facebook, you might have this really long explanation of why you did this with this book and that convention and stuff like that. That's not going to fit on Twitter. Twitter wants a little 140 character explanation of why we're seeing this book trailer. So yeah, it's very important to have everything so that you can really design your marketing to the material that you have so that you can get those book sales. So yeah, hopefully this helps and you can all start to put together your kits. I have this little image in my head of everybody, you know, going around with like a bag or something, and I need that. I know. The little virtual, you know, person collecting all the stuff they need. So good luck making your author kits, and definitely really recommend having them. So have a good one.